What's up, everyone? Welcome to MattTalkTV. Today, we're diving into one of WWE's most brutal and unpredictable match types, the Elimination Chamber. A little late on this, but I wanted to wait till post Chamber so I could add those in here. So, from legendary showdowns to forgettable flops, I'm ranking every Elimination Chamber match ever, including the 2025 Elimination Chamber. So, we're going to see who delivered an all-time classic, which matches should have never happened. Let's go ahead and break it down. All right, so we're going to hop right into this, and we're going to do this by chronological order. I already tried to record this once, and they were all out of order, and it's so hard to see because they're so small. But I believe I've gotten them in chronological order, unless it's like they happen in the same Elimination Chamber, they flip-flop. But we are going to start off here with the Survivor Series 2002 match, the first ever for the World Heavyweight Championship. Honestly, I kind of got this one perfect. First ever Elimination Chamber, kind of set the standard and still holds up to this day. Great action, high stakes, and an electric Madison Square Garden crowd. Shawn Michaels winning in his comeback story. Chef's kiss. So this one, I think, going to be an S tier. I think they did it perfect the first time, and it's not very often they do that. Moving on, we've got SummerSlam 2003 for the World Heavyweight Championship. Goldberg went on an absolute rampage just to lose. Weird booking, but honestly, I don't really care for Goldberg all that much. The match itself was solid, but the finish really killed the momentum. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a C ranking. Now we're going to move on to New Year's Revolution 2005 for the World Heavyweight Championship. Evolution's storyline in this match kind of weaved throughout it, and it was a really nice touch. Shawn Michaels as the referee added to the drama. Batista was starting to break out, and they teased the tension between him and Triple H. But at the end of the day, Triple H wins. Lol. I'm going to say this one was a B. I think it was a really, really solid match. Next, we have New Year's Revolution 2006 for the WWE Championship. I think this is going to be a hot take. My first question in this match is, why were Chris Masters and Carlito even in this match? That's super mid. And then they ended it with a double roll-up, even more mid. The only thing that saves this match is Edge's cash in at the end of the match. Otherwise, I don't think this is worth remembering. We're going to say this is a C. Not quite a D. I think there are worse chamber matches, but this one's definitely going to be a C. And we're going to move on to one of those worst chamber matches. The December to Dismember 2006 ECW Championship, like hardcore, extreme rule, whatever. This really, in my opinion, should have been CM Punk's moment. But nope, he's eliminated early. Once he's gone, the match became super painfully predictable. Lashley winning at that point was a foregone conclusion. And it's really no surprise that WWE ECW didn't last long after this. It's going to be the first one of the D tier. And honestly, I think this is going to be the worst one. We'll have to see, because it took me probably 3 weeks to watch every match. I was watching multiple matches a day. Now we're going to go on to No Way Out 2008 for the WWE Championship. Not much to say about this one. Great lineup, great action, great match. No notes. This one delivered, I think, almost on every level. But I don't think it delivered on the same level as the original. So we're going to move this to the A tier. See, this is one where it got me messed up because it was in the same pay-per-view. Next, we've got No Way Out 2008 for the World Heavyweight Championship. This match was just mid-carders plus Batista and Undertaker. At least they did start first, so we'd have to watch 30 minutes of mediocrity. I specifically remember being able to... This is another wild kind of thing. I didn't realize this was this note in the match. But during the Elimination Chamber, like, recently, you have to be inside the ring to pin or submit. And I specifically remember people being able to pin outside the ring like it was a Falls Count Anywhere. This happens quite a few times in this match. And so it wasn't just like a Mandela effect. They used to allow that. But, outside of that, that was just a little side thing. But it's pretty predictable. Finish was kind of cool. But outside of that, kind of an unremarkable match. I think it's C tier, and then mainly because the cast of people here. Like you had two bona fide superstars in the Undertaker and Batista, and you had like Finley, MVP, the Great Khali, and someone else. I can't even remember who it was. Next, we're going to go to No Way Out 2009 for the World Heavyweight Championship. This one actually had some good continuity from the match earlier in the night, so this is actually the one afterwards. So actually, we're changing that up because I don't want to spoil this. No Way Out 2009 for the WWE Championship. I do love this spot when the champion gets pinned mid-match, guaranteeing a new champion, which at the time was Edge. Kind of hated seeing Kozlov in this match. Vince was pushing him hard. He's kind of like the Austin Theory of his time, but without the annoying selfie gimmick. But he was never that guy. Pretty solid, pretty solid match outside of Kozlov being in it. But we are going to put this. This will probably be towards the bottom of A. Now to go back to the World Heavyweight Championship match, this one had great continuity from earlier in the match, which to me gives some points. Kofi ends up getting completely screwed over, and Edge comes into the match because he just lost his World Heavyweight Champion in the last match. So he's getting here to the WWE title. Also, why is Mike Knox in this? Kind of weird. But I will say the decision to have Edge lose his title just to enter this match and win another one was interesting. A little questionable. I don't remember if there's like an injury angle going on around this time. But it's kind of hard to remember stuff like that, even though I watched the match. But I will say this was a B tier as well. Next we have, finally, this is where the Elimination Chamber pay-per-views start, which is in 2010. The match starts with a CM Punk promo, which was great. Then we get another mid-match CM Punk promo. Fantastic. Had a great pacing, strong light up. HBK coming through the floor to cost Taker the match. Kind of completely forgot about that when I was watching it. I was like, oh yeah, no. Taker just wins this. And I kind of forgot that he doesn't. I would say this one, honestly, it's somewhere between here. B plus to A minus. We'll put it in A for now. I reserve the right to change this around, but we're going to put it for now. Next, at the same Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, we have the WWE Championship match. Solid, nothing special. Biggest issue really is Cena wins, only to lose to Batista right after the match. Just kind of some weird booking. Actually going to give this one a C. I think we're going to put it towards the here. I still think this is probably the best C match we have. This one's kind of close, but I think with Cena winning just to lose, it kind of makes this one a little better by default. Next, we're going to go to the Elimination Chamber 2011 for the World Heavyweight Championship. This is a fun match, but let's be real. This was mostly just an Edge versus Rey singles match with extra bodies involved. That said, still kind of a low-key banger. This is I think this can be a B. I think like a middle B, if I get it to go. And then that same night we had for the WWE Championship. You guys are going to realize that I'm kind of a Punk mark. So for me, Punk getting eliminated 20 seconds in is crazy work. Like, what are you doing? Then just to be, and I forgot about this time period, Anonymous Raw GM reversed it. Kind of completely forgot about that era. But so overall, Punk versus Cena is always good. It happened at the end. This match was solid. I think this one's also going to go into the B. I think because of the Anonymous Raw GM, it's going to probably stay at the bottom. Elimination Chamber 2012 for the World Heavyweight Championship. They had the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever, and they didn't, which made it just okay. The funniest thing ever would have been Santino Marella pinning Daniel Bryan to be the World Heavyweight Champion. This one is going to go Honestly, the rest of the match was great. It wasn't great. It was like solid, right? It was okay. I think it's better than the one with Batista and Taker. Honestly, it's better than this one too. So yeah, I think we're gonna kind of put it there in the middle. We're gonna go to the WWE Championship match that same night. Pretty good match overall. Punk and Jericho at the time had a heated feud, so it was really weird. There was like a moment in the match where Punk like was showing really bad concern for Jericho getting injured, and like it kind of looked like a legit injury. Still not sure. I think it ended up being. I think it was a worked injury, but whatever the case, it looked like it worked. Maybe it wasn't. That was kind of the only weird thing about that match, but it was a little detrimental. So we're gonna say it's a B tier. I will put this in the higher of B tier though. Next, we're moving on to the Elimination Chamber 2013 match. And I think this is the first time they did this. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. But it is the WrestleMania #1 contenders match. This one was for the World Heavyweight Championship. Um, Jack Swagger in a match is kind of always a bathroom break for me. Crowd was super hot for Orton, but it just ended up in a roll up win for Swagger. That's a big yikes to me. So I think we are going to just put this in the C tier. I just have to figure out which one is which here. It's this one. I want to say it's that one. Um, is it? Only one match that year. Orton. No. It's this one. It's this one. Sorry, I got so confused there. I'm a big Jack Swagger hater, but I'm still gonna, I guess, put it there. Um, Next we have the Elimination Chamber 2014 for the WWE Championship. This match was good. Wyatt's interfered in the match, set up a match with Cena. It's great. Everyone wanted Bryan to win, but Orton retaining worked because it set up one of the greatest WrestleMania moments ever. WrestleMania 30. Um, if Bryan just beaten Batista 1-on-1, I don't think it would have, like, that WrestleMania match wouldn't have hit as hard. This one is like borderline. I think it's between A plus, S minus. This match was actually like very low key, like good. I know if you're watching it at the time, it's probably much better, but like I was watching these in like a vacuum, so I didn't get all the context of the storylines going on besides maybe the vignette if I chose to watch it before the match. Next we have the Elimination Chamber 2015. First time I think they did this kind of match. Tag team, tag team Elimination Chamber match. Uh, was really cool match. First time they did a tag team, so it was new and exciting. It was cool, but it really could have had better teams. So, fortunately, I know a lot of people kind of like this match. I'm gonna put it here and see. It's gonna be above these two really bad matches. Next, we have Elimination Chamber 2015, same event for the Intercontinental Championship. This might be one of the worst, not the worst, because I think we've already settled on what the worst is. But Mark Henry just kind of standing around halftime. The whole thing with Sheamus' pod getting stuck, it's kind of weird. Also, Ryback. That is all. D. Um, it'll go above that Dismember, but I think it's because that was just a really bad one. So now we're going on to Elimination Chamber 2017 for the WWE Championship. Miz was actually super solid here, surprisingly. All the participants kind of fit perfectly. Cena's elimination was the moment, and Bray Wyatt winning the title for the first time was one of my favorite finishes to a match. One of the best Elimination Chamber matches ever, in my opinion. I think it was just really good and very underrated. That's gonna go at the bottom of S because I think it could be another one of those fringe picks where it could be S or A. And honestly, I think I'm gonna move it around. I think this one, because this one was more so borderline. This one I think is fully in S. This one's just kind of got its toe in S. Elimination Chamber 2018 for the Raw Women's Championship. This was the first Women's Chamber match ever. It's pretty good. Pacing was a little too fast for my liking, but you know, they sometimes hit it, they sometimes don't. I'm gonna place. I think it's gonna be a B for me. It's gonna be. I think the booking was better than this one because this one like they just had. I think this is the one where Edge lost his championship just to come in and win the other championship. Other 2018 match is the WrestleMania Contenders match. This is an average chamber match. Started with a triple threat, which was really cool. Roman winning was a letdown. I don't know. I was never behind Roman as a babyface back in the day. Didn't really watch during that time, but as I went back, like Roman's babyface was kind of bad. This is a C, but I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a high C. I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be better there. Elimination Chamber 2019 for the second time they did the tag team, but this time they did it for the women. I think it was a great match. Honestly, though, even though this is only the second one, I think the tag team chamber gimmick kind of ran its course. It's kind of all I have to say about that one, but I think it's gonna go here. It's like a B plus range, right? So I think it's gonna go there. Next, we have some people's favorite Elimination Chamber match. It's not mine, but it's the WWE Championship match in 2019. Last stretch of this match was absolutely phenomenal. Kofi carried this match, which I believe is what led to Kofi Mania. There's another weird thing that happened here that's kind of like weird rules. It's kind of a no DQ match, and I think in the even the most recent one they kind of held to this, but Kofi got a rope break in one of Daniel Bryan's like submissions, and I thought that was really weird. I think this is a good B tier one here. I think we're gonna put it about here. These like weird like late 2000s, early 2020s, I think are not always the greatest, but we'll kind of move on from here. Elimination Chamber 2020 for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Just want to say from the earlier one, the last one, take it back about the novelty of the tag team elimination chambers wearing off. This was so great, so much high octane action and great spots. This one is going to be an A minus, so we're going to put it, I think, about here. Next, we have the Elimination Chamber 2020 match for the WrestleMania Contenders match. I get what they were trying to do with Shayna Baszler. I think it made for a really bad match, and also on compounding on the fact that they didn't follow through with how much of a badass they made Shayna Baszler look. Unfortunately, she went on to lose at WrestleMania, so I think that devalues this match even more. I'm gonna go D minus. This could actually be one of the worst, but I still think it's better than the IC match. And this, like as a match, it's terrible. As a Shayna Baszler showcase, I think it's good. That's why I don't think we're gonna give it the bottom spot. Next, we have the Elimination Chamber 2021, which is the Universal Championships #1 contender match. I think it's very underrated. Every participant was sneaky good at this point in their careers. Super underrated. I'm gonna give this an A plus, and we're gonna actually put it here. Next, we have the one for the WWE Championship. It's a typical chamber match. Nothing super spectacular. Nothing really caught my eye. I think it's gonna go on the like there. It's like a C plus side. Next, we have the Elimination Chamber 2022. First, we got the Women's WrestleMania Contenders match. They kind of rushed through this. It's not bad. It just needed more time. It's kind of a pacing issue that they kind of took forever to figure out here. Also, Saudi pay-per-views kind of suck. They kind of ruin things. I think we're going to throw this in C, like right about there. And on the subject of Saudi pay-per-views ruining things, why was Brock even in this? And why did he win? This whole period of WWE booking was kind of lame. Roman held, and like after this, ended up leading to the WrestleMania title match where title for title, Roman holding both titles hostage made it so much worth. The only like positive I have for this is Austin Theory taking that F5 off the top of the cage, off the top of the pod. Otherwise, it's a D. And we're not even gonna put it like the Shayna Baszler fest at least was somewhat more entertaining than this. Brock Lesnar being in that match was just unexcusable. Next, we have another one of my favorites, Elimination Chamber 2023 for the United States Championship. It's near perfect. Montez Ford's insane like drop from the ceiling. Johnny Gargano reversing the powerbomb off the top pod into a Hurricane Rana. You know, taking so many finishers, take out Bronson Reed. The only thing I'll say is WWE kind of fumbled from not making new stars from this match. But I will give it a pass because it was an all-around great match with a group of talent that like maybe you didn't expect to go this hard. This next one I don't have a whole lot of notes for. It's the women's WrestleMania contenders match. Solid. And as we'll see and I maybe didn't mention all of them, Liv Morgan is Miss Elimination Chamber. She carries every chamber match she's in. But I think this one is going to be right here in a B. We're having a lot of B matches here, so maybe we'll rearrange some stuff here in a bit. Moving on to Elimination Chamber 2024 for the Women's World Title #1 contender match. Liv should have won here. Again, she carried this match. They did make a star in this match. Tiffany Stratton, they strapped a rocket to her here. And luckily, I think that's also part because the crowd absolutely loved her. We're going to put this as an A. I think it's going to go here. I think that's the highest rated women's match so far. There may be one more, but we shall see. Next we have 2024. The World Heavyweight Championship WrestleMania contender match. Good match. Dragged on a little bit. They did set up some good feuds here. They did choose the right winner, Drew McIntyre. That's going to be, I think it's going to be a B+. I think we're going to put that there because it was a really good match. And lastly, we're going to move on to the Elimination Chamber 2025 matches. These ones are so fresh in the head. You know, I've only watched them once. Maybe should have watched them a second time. They were great. We're going to start off here with the women's #1 contender one. What a pre-match angle to start off with. Jade attacking Naomi, which we thought she was going to attack Liv, but then they swerved us. I think most of us knew that it wasn't Liv and Raquel that attacked her, and we figured it was Naomi or Bianca. It was great to see this shake out. Really was a great match all the way through with a solid showing from all competitors. I think Liv winning to have a triple threat was more intriguing at the time. But Bianca and Rhea is still a money match. Unfortunately, after Monday's Raw, that may change. Maybe the triple threat is still up there. Maybe Bianca somehow loses her spot and Rhea gets it. Who knows? From this point, I'm here for it. The road to WrestleMania is absolutely cooking now. People just a week ago were saying, "Oh, this is the most boring build to WrestleMania ever." This one though is gonna go. It's gonna be an A+. And lastly, this may come out as a little bit of a hot take from what I've seen so far. The men's #1 contender match. Great action. So many crash outs. Drew McIntyre crashed out. Seth Rollins crashed out. CM Punk crashed out post-match, which they didn't really show on TV. Not a fan of Cena really winning here, but Punk can still get the Mania match. I mean, it seems more like he's going to get a triple threat with Roman and Seth. It's hard to tell at this point. They're making the road to WrestleMania super unclear, which is great, but it hurts me because then I can't predict things accurately. Even though I didn't like the finish because I think Punk should have won this, it creates the best build to WrestleMania. Cena winning is okay. The only reason it's not going to be an S plus, I still do think it's an S. And honestly, I think it's the best Elimination Chamber match of all time. Now, that might be recency bias speaking, but it's my tier list. I can do what I want. So that's every match. It's all 36 because this I had to add the 2 for this year. All 36 Elimination Chamber matches ranked. All right, and that's my ranking of every Elimination Chamber match. Some were absolute classics, some were trash, some were just there. What did you think? Did I get it right, or am I completely off the mark? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that like button, subscribe for more wrestling content, turn on that notification bell, and I'll see you next time on MattTalkTV.